Love you. Ready?
Love you, yeah.
And welcome back to another episode of the Ellevan Wins podcast. I'm your host, Ellevan.
My name is Winnie.
And
we still haven't figured out how to say that. You trickily got a "the" in there on that one.
I think I may have.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's interesting.
I know. Once you get it in your psyche, it's
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
It's just the habit.
Yeah.
How you doing, Ellevan?
I'm doing just fine. I was just gonna say like we're somewhere different than we see.
I know. Isn't that rad?
Isn't that fun? So we're the outside of the studio, and I have this big joint, and there's no wind here, and it's like this little sweet garden oasis that's outside here at the Meta Milky Way, and we just figured we'd do an episode on the porch. So we're chilling with y'all, about to smoke a big fatty on the porch.
And we haven't done an episode just the two of us. Is this cool that I hold it like this?
I think that's wonderful.
I feel more comfortable like this.
I love that. I prefer that.
We haven't done an episode just the two of us in a minute. I don't even know what that feels like anymore. I've become a master interviewer.
Yeah, I know. It started really just you and I kind of shooting the shit, and what we said the other day was like us pitching. Felt like a pitch.
We were like off the top 5 years ago. We were like, we have found the secret to life.
It's consciousness. Here's how you navigate it.
And yeah, we want to give you those tools. But now we've gone through like a whole nother rebirth of like, we don't necessarily know.
It's good to not know.
It's really good to not know.
That's actual wisdom.
That's the wisdom. That's the garden wisdom that you get from the plants. They don't know. They don't know what kind of weather they're in for every single day. They can never plan. A plant cannot plan.
They trust
Actually,
it,
that's not 100% true because there is this, there's data to say that, like, if a plant upwind is getting attacked by, like, a fungus or something, they can send, like, a type of pollen or something downwind to let the other trees know that, like, this attack is coming towards them.
He may say he's a fun guy.
And then, yeah, exactly. And then,
but he's not. He's attacking.
Yeah, and then they can prepare. Or sometimes they can prepare. I don't know if they can prepare in all cases, but so yeah, obviously trees communicate and plan a little bit, but they don't know. I don't think they know what the weather's going to be like. Like I don't think they're changing based on if it's going to be sunny or anything. And
but you can't stop the rain.
They just keep fall. They just keep going.
That's what we got to do. That's what we've been doing. We just kept it going. And now we're on a porch with 4 cameras, 3, and Benny. That's cool. And we're killing it. And we're having fun.
Yeah, it is pretty sweet. You got to stop and smell the roses. It's very cliche. But, like, have you... Hey, you there. Hey, have you...
That's you. That's me. That's us.
Have you celebrated your accomplishments lately?
Have you celebrated yourself? Like, we're here on the porch celebrating you.
Have you celebrated your life lately?
Yo, celebrate yourself, because you know what? You deserve it.
Drop in the comments something that you've been excited about, something that ignites your passion. Our last guest that we just had on the show.
Drop it like it's hot in the comments, y'all.
She was like, if you're not passionate about something, what's up? You know, like, go find that. Go get passionate.
Yo, because every time we speak to someone, and I even got to ask Winnie's 95-year-old grandfather this, anytime we speak to someone with years on us, a little bit of wisdom, I'm always like, through all your experience, like, what is something you can leave us with or give me one sentence of advice that will make for a more fulfilling life? It's usually what I ask, and we get a lot of wonderful answers, but today's answer that we did an episode we were speaking of earlier with Jane, Ralphie.
It's okay. He's just gonna go find a squirrel.
See squirrels. Yeah, she was like passion, and that's so true because that just like lights everything up. Like doing anything like half-ass is so whack. Like get your head into it, you know?
Yeah.
Like Ralph just saw that squirrel and he's like, oh, he's like passionate and he wants to go see him.
Yeah, he wants to check out the energy.
Yeah, how have you been feeling, Winnie? How's your head? How's your heart?
How's your head? How's your heart? That didn't last long. We were doing that for a while. And it's really lovely, and we should start doing it again, so thank you.
You don't have to put us down like that. You could say we were building a habit and made it to, like, step 2, you know?
Yeah. This last blood moon that we experienced in May, the full moon, I decided I would like to let go more of snap judgments.
Oh yeah, because you're always judging me when I snap. When I snap, you're like so judgy.
And I do judge you sometimes, honestly. Like, I do judge you in moments where I don't necessarily, like, know how you're feeling or what's going on for you. And I'm like, oh, you know.
You know where Winnie judges me? When I bring my Bluetooth speaker to the gym.
I judge you so hard, dude.
And then, like, because she's like, these people care. I'm like, they have their headphones in. They don't even care. And she's just like, oh, and then she'll, like,
I don't
separate
say these
herself
people
from me.
care. What I said was it's a bit disrespectful.
I don't find it disrespectful at all. I find it very respectful. I'm
Everyone
bringing
else-
in the vibe to the gym that's like a vibe, you know, and I'm
Everyone
focusing.
else is respectful with their headphones on. And then you come in. What if someone else were to come in with their boombox, and then there's a fight
No,
between
usually
the
we
two
just collab.
boombox?
If they turn theirs on, I turn mine off. That's
Okay,
I'm
that's
like,
a good compromise.
want-
See, I didn't know that.
But you shouldn't have to. Just like if it's a gym and I'm just vibing out, bring my little Bluetooth speaker. It's okay. You guys don't want to hear a married couple argue. But
I think they actually probably do. Because here's the thing, is that...
what team are you on? Write it in the comments. Are you on the boombox, party in the gym is okay? Or you got to keep it all quiet in the gym and timid and, like, keep your headphones on?
But why is it okay for you to do your thing that makes you comfortable, and then when I put my headphones in, because that's the thing that
that's
makes
fine.
me comfortable? Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was just you.
I thought you were snappy when I did that.
Snappy, like judgment snappy?
Yeah.
Like Judge Snappy. I was just saying, I hope you're not doing that, because we're together. So when I go to the gym with Jag, or I go to the gym with a friend and I bring my boombox, usually they enjoy the music I'm playing together. We can talk. I'm training you so you can, like, understand and hear me when I'm talking about it, but you're just like, oh my god, what you're doing is embarrassing and I don't agree with it, so I'm going to put in my headphones, actually block you out. I was just commenting, I'm like, I don't think you need to, like, separate yourself from me when you put in those headphones. I wasn't judging you doing it. Once you did it, I was like, cool, fine.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Because that's how I feel comfortable.
because what did I say? I said
I'm still newy Louie to the gym.
Right. So you don't want to take up space?
I just want to, like, remain...
Anonymous?
yeah, I just want
For
to...
30 days.
Well, we're not doing that.
Mhm.
It's not- But, I mean, we are doing that, but we're not talking about that.
Just remain anonymous. Just
I just
nobody
don't-
see me.
I just don't understand how you don't understand my perspective.
I understand your perspective, and what I'm saying is you don't need to feel like that. You don't need to feel like you're inconveniencing someone by bringing your boombox to the gym. It's okay.
And that's, like, amazing that you feel that.
It's amazing that I feel that.
And I think that most of the time probably people don't care, but I just, like, it's a shared space. Not everyone wants to listen to the music that you're listening to. And also, I sometimes don't want to listen to the music that you're listening to.
I think there it is right there.
Yeah.
I think when we often try to find, like, why do you think that other people don't like me? It's because you don't. We always land on that. It has nothing to do with you protecting our reputation.
No,
It has to do with you
I
being
actually like
fuck
you
this.
so much. I like you so much that when you do something that I'm like, whoa, that's crazy in my, like, I guess manners, like in how I view manners. I'm like, that's crazy because I'm like, because I like you so much. I'm like, shit, that's wild.
I can't believe this guy would disappoint me with his lack of manners.
Not disappointing me.
I thought
You're
he
not
was-
disappointing me. I'm not trying to change you.
I thought he was of the elite class. Man, I have been learning a lot about changing my own story, though, in my head. I got to get out of my fucking affirmations that are accidental. Because the affirmations that I want to be good feel good, and then I do them when I'm focused. But then a lot of times I realize when I'm telling a story, it's like, oh, I'm that, adjective kid. I'm that whatever, So you can literally change your life by focusing and sending out like a transmission to the quantum field for a new reality to shape. And I live in that lighter density, I think, definitely when I'm, like, cruising on high, when I'm traveling, lots of times in LA and stuff. And
Yeah, because life is sweet.
yeah, life is sweet everywhere. Life
It
and, like,
is.
lots of magical stuff can
It
happen.
can be, yeah.
And then you're pretty grounded, though.
Well, I was going to say in this idea of affirmations, I've been trying to, I got addicted to Instagram on our travels. I
Yeah,
just,
you're
like,
very in
reinforced my addiction to Instagram. I'm not anymore. But, like, I was like addicted.
You were just scrolling just for a shot.
Don't get me wrong, I'm still on it, but like I'm aware of it, whereas before I was just like mental like masturbation kind of.
Yep.
And so I've been like watching that since we've gotten back from our travels, and like I'll tell myself to like get off of it, right? Like I'll be like, oh, you should get off of this. But the other day I was on it again. Like I found myself coming back to it every time I picked up my phone, and I started getting frustrated with myself, and I started to be like, I started to say something mean to myself. I was saying, get off the phone, you. And then I switched it to little sweet girl.
You're a weirdo.
No, because I'm not gonna call myself a fucking idiot anymore.
Don't put yourself down.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell myself that I'm not gonna say you douchebag addict, you dirty fucking loser bag. I'm not gonna
Nasty little girl.
I'm not gonna say that shit anymore. So then I kept doing it, and I kept going back into the habit of like, oh, get off the phone, or like do something productive, you. And then I would
just switch to the good. You don't have to abuse yourself. Just switch to the better thought. In fact, it's too much of an emotional indulgence to go there anyway and get aggressive. You don't. That's judgy to yourself.
And it honestly made me like, I didn't necessarily like believe that I was a little sweet girl, but it made me kind of laugh at myself.
That's dope.
To be like, okay, it's fine. Like, you're unlearning this habit. These things take time.
What's this guy doing there in Rob's car? Take a look. Benny?
I'm sure he's
just scratching the ground.
Sees that we're there.
Or he's on the tires or no?
No, I doubt it.
Oh, some concrete? Okay, cool. Sorry, just keeping an eye out. Yeah, being kind to yourself and your inner dialogue is really important, and that's definitely something that we should all accept, that we don't naturally have the inclination to be kind to ourselves, because I don't know why we think we don't deserve it or something, or something weird is there.
It's just really easy for all of us to...
That's cool. Nice. Did you want to do any cement work right now? Perfect. Thank you.
It's really easy for all of us to be like our own worst critic. I don't know why it's so easy when it would be so hard to say that to like someone that you love.
Yeah, would you say that to someone that you love? You can just ask yourself when you speak to yourself in your head like that. No. And we're so harsh on ourselves, and there's no room for mistakes, and it's bizarre, and I don't know why we feel like that. I don't know why we feel like we're not worth the room to take up for a mistake, you know? I think that's what I don't want to, like, I want to learn on my own time, on my own dime, and it's no crime, you know? Like, but as soon as it affects others, or like feels like it takes up time or resources from others, I just feel like, oh man, no, shrink this, minimize this. Like, there's no room to fall in front of others. It's weird. And I think it's very kind of North American societal, I think, programming kind of vibe.
Yeah. One of the things that I think is our strength in our relationship is the fact that we know that we're going to fuck up. Like, you know, I'm going to fuck up, and I know that you're going to fuck up, because we fucked up lots of times.
Yeah.
And, like, we forgive each other.
Yeah.
I think people get, like, really weird about messing up. They're like, why would you do that? Like, why would you mess up in the first place? And it's like, I don't know, because I'm a I'm a silly little sweet girl.
Silly little sweet girl.
Silly little sweet girl.
I love that.
And I make mistakes. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Maybe I should dig deeper on that.
Would you say that sometimes it's serving to feel like a cotton-headed Ninny Muggins?
I would say that sometimes, yeah.
Like,
I've definitely found benefit from it, for sure.
Yeah, like, I mean, maybe it's fucked up that we're actors, and then it's like, is it, you know, the nurture of the nature? Or like actors or artists or songwriters, because it's like, wow, a lot of really beautiful art comes from, and performance and stand-up or whatever just comes from like the pains of life, you know? I don't know, man. It's interesting. You got to be like, I think, remain grateful. I think the thing with this conversation with with a lot of my close buds, the conversation is about God. It's about like giving it up. It's about giving it up, because like I don't have it all figured out. Like, just be an arm of the universe. Like, be an arm of the universe, and like God, and like personalize this relationship with like a communication with something bigger than yourself, because I think that takes the edge off for me. I mean, some people can even just say, if you're an atheist, you can still just zoom out and believe, you know, the dimensions of the physical universe. You can be like, we're so small. Like, you know, it's like, and you're not here for that long. You know, like there's like, what are you gonna, and you're not gonna solve anything by worrying. Like, I think we cycle through worries in our heads still like we're cavemen and women, but we don't have to. But it's just very difficult to discipline the anxiety of the mind. So it's like moving forward with confidence and staying busy, not distracting yourself, but like staying busy allows you to realize that you're kind of working from the other end of like whatever you think about, you project in your thoughts, becomes a feeling, then you hold that in your heart, then that like feels like it's whatever vibration your soul is existing at. So there's like a upwards funnel happening here of like what you let into your mental vibration, what goes down to your heart and what you're feeling, and then what accesses into your subconscious. So like life is so layered.
Mind, body, soul.
Like life is layered. Like we have to remember we're a three-dimensional being. So we're like, well, what is with these physical details or something? Like, why don't I have so much money in my bank account? What's going on? And then you're like, oh, how have you been feeling? Have you been thinking about trying to keep more, or have you been thinking about abundantly open and then you receive more as well as let it flow through? Like, not taking money so seriously. I mean, that's one reflection that people identify with that is an emotional trigger point. But also it could just be the idea of whatever you want to manifest, a career, a relationship, cool shit like cars and planes and boats, health. It's just like, where is actually your resting face? What is your base frequency? Does that feel like a playground where the universe can just like fucking throw cool opportunities at you, or do you feel tight about it? And like that's the language you got to remember to speak. That's spiritual, energetic mind language.
Yeah, I feel like it's so, I agree with everything that you just said, and at the same time,
it's like saying doing 100 push-ups and then doing them.
Yeah.
1000%.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm just flowing here as we're getting high. I'm getting some clarity, and I'm like.
But like, you just maybe just start with the one push-up, you know.
But so then offer the solution to what you're saying. So I'm saying like, here's everything. Here's the Bible, you know. So what are you saying is the step then if we want to move towards ultimately enriching our reality, or at least our experiences? With better feeling emotion. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree.
So like, what would be the step 1 instead of the step 100? Or what would be the 1 push-up instead of the 100 push-ups? Where can people start? Body, mind, or spirit? I think it's hard to hear the spirit unless you're tuned into it. You gotta tune your fork.
Yeah. We obviously love meditation. Like.
Oh, so you're saying physical. But I feel like meditation is almost spiritual.
I think it's a
because you stop
like
physically.
a balance or a harmony of the three.
Of the three, meditation is
Yeah.
That's well said. Because then you're still in the moment and you
I'm just
allow them
saying,
all to come together for once. Wow,
I
that is a
think
fucking
though,
bar. Holy
like,
shakaka.
Where I'm at is just like giving
On a chair.
yourself more grace. I think this, like, the idea of time has been tripping me the fuck out recently. Like, it's been, I'm seeing my grandpa. He's turning 40. He's turning 97.
We'll
in
put a
couple
picture of
days.
him here. This is a 43-year-old man.
And then I see my niece and nephew who are 3 and 6, and then there's all these fucking people in between. And
wow, hold on. Let's just take a minute and applause for all those people with their loud bike arenas.
we're all living together. We're all doing this together, but we're living extremely different realities inside
Do you
of our
want to
head.
know a crazy thing that just came to my mind? You're right, you're living different realities, but imagine a TV show where you, your grandpa, and just your niece and nephew live in one house. Like, live
In
together.
one house?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Like, for a series?
Yeah.
That'd be very interesting.
sorry, but as you were saying, they're also different realities because they're young, he's old, you're in the middle.
Yeah, so like I don't know. I also like don't know if we need to make sense of everything. Like can some of this stay miracle? Can some of this stay magical?
It's just a miracle.
It would be nice if that was the case. I think we can't figure it out.
I like meeting
We can't figure it
people.
out. They're like, why? What are we doing? Like, what are?
I think it's all
me and you are
sensational.
just, like,
I think
the
it,
way
like-
that we wanted to experience life is like, we found each other playing. That's how we found
We
each
want
other.
to play.
We want to play.
We'll always come back to play. Is our relationship healthy? Are we playing?
Yeah, are we playing? And that's like what we obviously really wanted to do here in these, inside of here.
I think about that.
Who is even inside of here?
I think about that. The consciousness. Who is the observer observing me live my life? And then like knowing that like, yeah, Winnie and I met and we both enable ourselves to play. We
like
can
my
shoot
name
skits.
is Winnie because someone said it was.
Winnie. Winnie.
That's why my name is
name.
what it is, because
Winnie.
someone said it was.
Winnie.
The host that I grew inside said it was Winnie.
Everyone expects you to be so happy, sunshine all the time
And then I
too.
just became this person, like this person.
And then,
It's-
do you think your name had anything to do with what a people pleaser you were? Because everyone's like, oh, she's such a ray of sunshine. Look at those big blue eyes and nice bright smile.
No, I think my abandonment issues are for that. Like
Nice.
became the people pleaser.
Oh, nice.
I think having abandonment issues and seeing my mother be abandoned by her partner and then abandoning my brother and myself
Oh, wow.
is the reason why I pleased people for a very long time, which
Yo,
is crazy.
she got fucking bars, eh? You see how a hip-hop MC can fall in love with someone who's just easily ready to go to fucking real-ass Demon Town immediately? Like, yeah, fuck the vibe, bro. Fuck the vibe. I was abandoned. I'm like, this is so hip-hop.
No, but that's it. It's not a big deal. Like, that's the thing.
It's
is,
not
like,
a big deal.
It's like it gave me art, actually. So it's actually beautiful and divine. And like I shouldn't
Daddy gave me pain.
even be mad at that guy. Yeah, I shouldn't even be mad at that guy.
Biological gave me pain.
And it doesn't even make much sense because the dad that I have,
Way
That-
better. He's a nutcase.
and he like
I
took
love
care of
him.
me. Like I was never abandoned by him.
Yeah.
Except like when you went away for work. Sorry if you're listening to this, Dad, but you
He's
did go away
not.
for a long time, periods of time.
Oh, yeah, that was a tease, eh? That just
I just
broke
wanted
your
you
heart.
to stay.
Oh, but he was trying to provide for you
Exactly.
guys.
He was providing the best life for me. I'm so lucky and so fortunate to have him. So
Dude.
it doesn't even make sense that I have abandonment issues, but it happened when I was a baby.
Thank
And you
God.
knew the energy. You just knew that energy. So I grew up and I learned quickly that like I could make my mom happy or I could make her sad, and I was going to do my best to make her happy as much of the time as possible. And then I got stuff from that. Like that was my survival, but I also got like a really great relationship with my mom. Oh man, don't have a heart attack, little squirrel.
Yo, that squirrel, I was just watching that squirrel take a dirt bath. Okay, he was digging, Winnie, you would have flipped. He was digging and jumping in the little hole he made. He was jumping and flipping in the little hole he made and digging some more. Benny, can you get a shot of that squirrel up there?
Oh, yeah, there he is.
When birds take dirt baths, it's my favorite thing.
I just watched a squirrel. I was just watching. You can cut back to me, Benny, if you're editing and watching this, and you can see me like watch the squirrel
That's
take a
good
dirt bath.
squirrel.
Oh, it's cute.
This might be a mama squirrel because she has some chunks of hair from her
Yeah.
removed on her
Yo,
belly.
Ralph just went after a mama squirrel.
Yeah. So mama squirrels will rip their own hair out to like feather their nest if they need to, if they can't find enough
A
resources.
mom's commitment. That's nutty.
Yeah, it is.
Ralph's so cute.
It's
Let me show
wild.
that. We've been shooting skits lately, too. Sorry, not to pivot too harsh. What were we talking about?
We were talking about abandonment issues.
Oh, well, that was good. No, your dad that you... Yeah, exactly.
But then
So
it's been
you
so
learned all that.
wonderful and liberating to like find boundaries.
Ooh, what's that process been like?
It's been like say no when everything is telling you to say yes, but only because you want to make someone happy. Like making decisions based on how it will make others feel. It gets celebrated in our lives. Every fucking funeral, she always put others first, you know? Like at graduation, like, I love you because you're always worrying about other people. Like, that gets celebrated in our culture. So it's like, of course I didn't think there was anything wrong with me when I put my needs and desires and wants aside to serve other people. It was just a
Brilliant.
no-brainer.
Can I also tell you why I think that is said a lot at those engagements and parties?
Because it makes them look awesome.
That's a bit of a virtue signal to a crowd. I will also say, if you're writing something about someone, put yourself in the position of someone who wrote this letter. If you're writing something about someone and you can't find a more defining character rather than you put yourself second to others, unless that's like a crowd community kind of like virtue signal or something, like on some DNA shit, I think that's also just a culture of people trying to force moments. Like, y'all were like not writing deep enough about this person. Like, I'm sure there's something more beautiful about them than that you could find. But people don't look deep enough, and they only think about how that person affected them. But regardless, that was just a side note on, like, it's something you hear at, like, literally every wedding and every speech. And like, when someone dies or something, you know? And it's just like, God,
it's a big defining feature when people are being celebrated.
Do you think it's a virtue signal then? Of, like, do you think that's deep in us? Because, like, when we became a village and when we started to survive as humans, it was like, well, we got to care about each other. So we're going to look for that as a trait.
Yes, 100%. Like,
you were part of the group.
All for one, you know?
Yeah, you anchor in the group.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
When there's a group of friends and we're walking, naturally, I'm in front. Like, I'm just, like, usually accidentally walking too fast. Like, I don't mean to, and then I slow down and then try to walk in a line, but then I just, like, end up, like...
Walking down the street gets tricky sometimes.
You know? And then I feel like you're at the back.
I'm at the back.
You're at the back, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's so funny because that's, like, usually the alpha's in the back. It's just funny. Yeah, the real alpha's actually in the back, the shot caller, the bill payer.
Yeah, man, I think that I do have some of those qualities, honestly. I'm like, and maybe it's like my female nurturing as well, but just like, I'm going to push you up this hill if I need to. Like,
and then for me, I'm like, well, I could be so much further ahead in this group if you didn't walk so slow.
I know, yeah.
And then, but you're almost like creating a circumference.
My childhood and your childhood, very different.
I had to outrun. I had to, like...
You were isolated, too. I was, like, only child, you know? I was in a group. I was in a team. Like, my family was very team-orientated. My mom called me and my brother and her the Three Musketeers. Like, it wasn't... We were equals with one another. We weren't, obviously, but... And you grew up with, like, you became the man of the household real quick. You had to get big dick energy, man.
As a kid, I had to step to men.
Yeah, you had to...
Yes.
You know, watch two officers take your shit away.
That's
like,
true. Yep, absolutely.
So, it makes sense.
There was a lot of manning up, and there was a lot of, like, just, like, dipping.
It makes sense that I wear headphones in the gym and you don't.
Fuck yeah, this can burn. But also, I switched that energy somewhere. I was that Joker, anarchist, fuck this, and I have those qualities that look rock starish and edgy. But then somewhere along the way, and I think it's because of doing music and performing, I turned it into love. Like, I truly feel like I'm bringing something fun. I'm not blasting it. Let's give me a break here in this story, too, because it's a reasonable volume. I definitely know people who walk in and, like, crank it, and it's just like you're doing that almost to push it. I'm, like, just trying to enjoy. So I think somewhere along the way I changed it into love. And I'm very, like,
No,
you know.
you definitely did. Back in 703.
Something... something happened that was
Yeah.
beautiful.
You were like, I'm not gonna like when I look at people in like Jaguars and like Maseratis and shit, I'm gonna be like, good for you, man. Like I
Yeah.
remember that was one of your first things where you like stop slamming rich people.
Yeah.
You know?
I was literally listening to Bob Proctor sitting in our Kia on Front Street in Toronto, just before St. Lawrence Market, and he was saying, I had my phone plugged in on YouTube, and he was saying, well, in order to become rich, you have to feel good about being rich. How do you feel when you see a rich person? What is the thought that happens in your head? What is the feeling? And then as he was saying that, this dude pulled up in this beautiful blue Ferrari, and he stepped out with this gorgeous beige pea coat. And like he just had long hair and kind of looked also maybe like a douchebag, but that's okay. But that's not for me to determine. But I'm just saying, the items triggered me. They did in the way that I was thinking, in the way he was wearing them. But I'm like, no, that's
Rich
cool
kid.
as fuck. Yeah, and I'm like probably privileged. Like all of the waterfall of excuses come after that, right?
Right.
And if you don't call yourself out on your bullshit on being a hater, then you gotta like just live in that horrible reality when you think like they know a secret that you can't access or something, or like that's another type of thing. The only thing there is that like I was like, oh, I think that would be nice. I would like to experience that. So the separation of that in me brought me pain. So I reacted to that and then justified it. Whereas you could shift your mindset easily to be like, that's cool. He may have this may be daddy's money. I don't know. But in order for me to feel better about my chances with that, I'm going to say he probably built his own business. He probably did it online. He probably did it with the same tools that I have in front of me now. I began to feel inspired by people's success and wealth. And the more I felt good about it, and like that snap moment happened where I can still remember the guy was like, had long red hair, he had sunglasses on, he was going to go get a coffee from the Starbucks, and it pulled up and like just did his thing, like basically almost exactly what I would do, like not pay for parking, just going quick, get a coffee and dip. And yeah, you're right, 703 is where we lived at 231 Fort York. Oh, I just said that address. Fuck.
That's okay. We don't live there anymore.
You know what's funny? On the geolocation, I have something that says the Ellevan Fort, and it was the studio that I recorded with Elise Bauman in.
Fort.
Yeah, it's still there.
That.
Like I made the
Cute.
geotag. It's like there. It's like a building over. But yeah, that's true. So we can mentally adjust how we perceive things to affect how those feelings come out in our chest. And like then that programs your central nervous system, and then that programs your energy, and then if you want to go scientific about it, it probably programs your behavior to literally just metaphysically breathe better, and you can think better and get better ideas, and like the distribution of chemicals in your body will also just help your neural performance, and you can think of better ideas, honestly, if you want to go the super realistic scientific route. But
We've also been, since the last time that we did like this one-on-one, I think we talked about segment intending, and like I feel like we've doubled down on that. Like I'm segment intending. I've segment intended at least 5 times today.
God bless.
Like, so it's like anytime there's a new beginning to the day, which is when you wake up, it's when you leave for work, it's when you have your lunch break, it's when you fucking come back from lunch, it's when
do it
when you leave your job, it's before it, like.
Then once it's more of a habit, you realize instead of letting your mind dote on whack shit, program your next experience. So like, say I'm eating, I had an experience with the food, or someone wasn't nice to me at customer service. Okay, I'm gonna go take a piss. May this next segment be filled with joy, ease, fun, and like you will be surprised at how just programming it and saying it will just give you that little breath of the experience will be fantastic, and that little bit of just like, oh, I really needed a nice bathroom break, and the bathroom is beautiful, and the right type of napkins, and it's the nice soap, and the toilets are all clean, and it smells good in the bathroom, and you notice just by saying something beautiful happened. And then you give yourself that little wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's like, you can, you can affect this, and it gives you that bit of hope and that bit of nourishment to feel like, oh, I have some ability to control my experience, or at least how it's being perceived.
Yeah.
And you can
because you're living that way with that intention real time.
Yeah.
Just by bringing those words in. And I've gotten, it's so nice when we get into it and we like actually think like, how do we really want to feel? And you just feel that like bubble up in your body, like as you're saying those words. Like we think about it for a second, confidence.
Well, that's the part that I found has gotten better and stronger, is that visualization connection.
Yeah.
That fabric to our imagination and then to our body state. So like starting with the body, the mind, and then affecting the overall spirit is like, you say an affirmation, that's great, but then when you say it, connect it with the visualization, and then it creates the emotion. Yeah. And then so you're like, as you said, confidence. You can feel that state of confidence, something that you know that you're good at. Like whether you make really good pancakes. There you go. You found the feeling state to identify.
Do you want to know what?
What?
I have had a couple of times now. I haven't even had to attach it to anything that I'm actually confidently feel.
Wow.
I just can feel
confidence.
What is the essence of confidence?
Ooh.
What is the essence? Yeah, and then you just like it starts inside your body without having to be like, oh, well, you've done 15 movies. Shameless plug.
I was gonna say actor shit. That is big actor shit.
But
to be
like,
able to see a feeling.
But you can do it even if you haven't accomplished anything yet. Is the point
yeah, but
of
that's
that?
what I'm saying. Like yeah, that's true. But then also very, very low hanging fruit too. Because
yeah, for sure. If it's helpful.
I find that the 11. So I find like you go step 1, I'm good at tying my shoes. Step 2, I'm good at like pancakes. Step 3, I'm good at giving head. Step 4, I'm good at
Oh, I'm so good at it.
Yeah, high five on that. And then your pro status, I think, to just be able to go confidence. Oh my God, the essence of confidence of being that, like that's good. That means you can vibrate there. So if you can vibrate in confidence, hold something that you would like to manifest, and then bring it that energy.
Okay.
If you can you move the crosshairs like that?
Yes, I'm learning now, and it's actually something that you said to me the other day. I asked you a question about how do you stay engaged in a conversation basically that you like don't find interesting.
Yeah.
And
like if someone's spelling a lot.
You basically told me be a character who finds this interesting. Like be that character who finds that interesting. And I've just been obsessed with that because it's so easy to like hop into someone else and feel their feelings, but it's me. Yeah. It's still Winnie, but I'm like Winnie that cares about this now.
I know. Isn't that so exciting and fun? I love how you can do that. That's part of the reason why I love meeting new people. Because as I'm meeting someone new, whether I'm sitting at the bar at LAX and I'm like talking to the lady beside me or the guy beside me, in this moment, it's like I could be absolutely anything. Like it reminds me that like I'm quantumly recreating my reality like every split second because of the belief. I believe I'm a rapper in Toronto with a wife who's an actor and Benny part of the team when we're sitting here at the podcast studio on a sunny day in Toronto like with Ralph. I believe that. So every time it flickers, it's happening. And I'm going to stay in this reality because I really like this point of consciousness and belief of a linear story that I have. But I think as far as why consciousness is confirmed, you could completely shift. But we have so much momentum emotionally invested in this storyline. Yeah. That we're so entangled in what we think is the truth that affects us.
Okay, so
cheers, Rob.
We're gonna keep working on. Hi, Rob.
Yes.
We're gonna keep working on our feeling state.
I think that's a really good focus because what I found is, and I think I've said this before, is as soon as the thing that I feel is currently stressing me out goes away or I've solved it, it's not long after that some bullshit other fear takes its place. Right. And I wake up daily or go to sleep nightly thinking about that thing that kind of irks me most in those darkest hours where you should be spending your time segment intending. You know, and I get, like, I'm a human too. I get lost in my own fears in my own head.
I read this meme the other day that
But we have to do something to replace it. Sorry.
That was like, I have high functioning anxiety, which means people think I can manage my anxiety well. So it's been stressful lately.
That's funny. But the thing is once you make baby steps, and I have, just to try and change the channel mentally and not just be a victim of my own kind of emotion that pops up.
It totally can.
Just a little baby step towards, and even if you think it isn't doing anything, you can do one less thing that puts you in that direction, and that's basically you have to realize you have to stop thinking about it. Like Ralph and this squirrel.
The squirrel is relaxing with his feet down.
Oh, where? Benny, can we get a shot of this?
Yeah.
Where is this squirrel?
He's straight ahead on the fence, and he has his little leg down.
Oh my gosh, he's just chilling, and Ralph's looking at him.
Yeah, do you think he just had a little hiccup or something?
The squirrel?
Yeah.
Well, he was digging over there and having a nice little dirt bath earlier.
Are you cool?
Are you cool, buddy? Hey, Win, what's your favorite food to eat? And when? Why?
I gotta say, this has been an absolutely wonderful joint. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's a cannon.
I rolled that fatty.
I know you did. Yes. Okay, my favorite food?
Yeah. We needed a nice big joint. We needed to get high together and chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tacos?
Yo, I feel the same.
I think tacos.
Yo, we're gonna go cover this place in the like Leslieville area called Holy Tacos.
Or like a burrito, honestly. Like if I could only have the one food for the rest of my life,
Mexican food.
a burrito would
fucking
definitely
love you.
be like high up on the list of things that I would choose.
Tacos and burritos, that is what we like to eat, yo. That is great.
I
and we
honestly
know it
don't
never
think
sucks
that
like
it would
deep
take a
throat
really
we've-
long time. Like probably like 18 months before I was like, ugh, I don't want to have a burrito.
You know why?
today.
Because you can do it different ways. You can do it chimichanga. You can do it deep fried. You can do a wet burrito.
Open it up,
You can
just
do
have it
open
like
up. You
a
can do a
bowl.
salad. You can do bowl. You can do it with the chips and the dip.
It has a
do it
great
as the
variety in
nachos.
terms of nutrition.
Oh, it does. It has everything you need.
It's better than
And
pizza for the rest of your life.
What's with
That's for sure.
I agree. The beautiful spirit of Mexicana culture is in it. You can feel it. It's fresh. It's vivacious. The food speaks of the culture.
Vivacious.
The salsa, the tanginess, the twist, the chunkiness. The,
Cilantro.
Like it's thick hips and what?
Avocado.
Cilantro.
Why can't I
Thick-
never find a ripe avocado at the store anymore?
Because you have to use the force. You have to use the power inside you to feel the avocado. Okay.
This has been nice,
Cilantro.
11.
This has been nice. It's nice
Yeah.
chatting with you, Winnie Clark. Thank you very much. I appreciate
Maybe
it.
this is a first of more on the.
Hey, you want to keep doing this for a little while?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I like this shot too. I wish we could show
I like all
you guys.
these shots.
I'm gonna do a little 7D here action show. No, Benny, stay there, bro. I want to show him. I want to show him what it's authentically like.
That card is full.
How? How is this the case? Okay.
We gotta get another card.
Get a
We're learning
card.
all the time. Today, something happened with our mics when we were shooting a sketch. And the three of us, how many people does it take to learn audio? The three of us were all like in a little triangle, and we were like, oh, no, the audio's not working. And then I noticed that it wasn't saying record on our audios, even though the audio was coming through on the audio transmitter thing.
Right. Audio.
Yeah, and then we figured it out. We all figured it out when we learned, and now we know that about our mics.
Dude, this is a sick angle because it's kind of like you're just chatting, and then you can do it on me when I'm talking too, and I'm getting high enough. I'm just getting creative now as well. Yo, Win, this has been a nice episode. It's nice to chill on the porch. We're here on the porch at the Meta Milky Way. It's a nice sunny day, so we decided to come out and blaze.
And
hang out with us.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, this has been dope. This has been a nice catch up. Was there anything that we wanted to talk about before we leave, like Paradox Live?
I don't know if it'll be out before then. I mean, I guess we have control of that.
Well, yeah, we do have control over that, but also,
oh yeah,
I just mean in general, like
okay.
how it's been going and the stuff we've been learning and the cool comedians that come on board to come do such an intimate show and the beautiful community that keeps showing up. Like, like Heather, John, like, man, like so many.
Peter.
Like Peter.
Mike.
Mike and Brooke. And so, yeah, Jared, our homeboy's basically family at this point. He's like, I want to be on another show. We're like, great. That's facts.
Yeah, it was
Let's
like awesome. I was like, okay, sick. I don't need to find a headliner.
we have Jared.
Our headliner came to us.
Well, it's just so sweet.
And
We're
we
shooting
have,
skits together and shit. Go check out some of the skits that we shot with Jared Nathan. We have like the Bay is closing. Oh, guys, I just want to say R.I.P. the Bay. I love you so much.
Devastated.
We shot a skit with Jared Nathan to honor the Bay. Actually, we should put it here. Yeah, we'll put it in. Thank you.
We're outside the historic Hudson's Bay, Canada, where it will be closing in just a few.
That's bullshit!
There's not even enough money to keep the escalators on.
Excuse me.
This mannequin's shoes aren't big enough.
You need a hand?
Guess what?
High five.
There's none left.
Does it look good?
The carcass of clothing. I love this store.
Mannequins are being forced to wear no clothes.
I shop here when I'm alone. This store reminds me of my mom. I go here when I need a little shot of mom.
Hello.
I love this store. And now it's gonna close. And I don't know where I'm gonna go when I'm lonely.
Hello. Hello. Can I get some service? Oh, sorry. We're doing sketch.
Why are you doing this, Canada? When Air Canada goes bankrupt, when WestJet goes bankrupt, you help it out. But now Hudson's Bay, you can't help us out with Hudson's Bay?
This is bullshit!
So that was that. And we shot a couple really funny skits with Jared Nathan. Benny rocked those.
Yeah.
What's on your mind, bro?
We got a song coming. You can see the vlog from that. We should put that full
What kind of
vlog
song?
like in here too. And just like make a part of the episode, like start here. Jared, get your verse in, buddy. You got your first one?
Yes, man.
Got your first bar?
Let's go.
Let's go. Ready? Just give me that on Sunset Boulevard.
Alright. Oh, this is the boulevard. Look at the nothing in my way.
Sick.
Abundance, man, abundance.
Abundance!
It's hard to have a bad day when you're chilling in LA. All the way.
Hey, it's hard to have a bad day when you're chilling in LA.
It's hard to have a bad day when you're chilling in LA.
That's sick.
When I'm on the bus, this kid thought that I was a
On
crook.
Sunset Boulevard, smoking a la la la. Nothing in my.
He threw a french fry at me, so I walked up to him and asked him for a fry. Then I threw it back in his face, that's no lie. Go right now, I'd rather stand than be seated. Hey. On Sunset Boulevard, smoking a la in LA, movement of traffic makes me back down. I could be in Santa Monica once.
A hard time.
And Win, like, it's so fun to have this thing that is unique with you, Paradox Live.
Yeah, it's a great show. Our current venue, which is also the Stew, is perfect for a speakeasy vibe.
Yeah.
Everyone gets on board with the intimacy of the show.
Friends, you guys are sitting close. We're passing out pomegranate, sparkling water.
You can't end a night better with Ellevan and his live band. There's just no way. So,
We have fun. We have a lot of
and
fun.
we have legendary Puff Mama joining us.
Puff! We got Puff, dude.
Yeah, Yeah. We got
That's so
some
sick.
sweet weed already.
Yes, yes, we do. We certainly do.
So it's gonna be another. Oh, and we're doing first time.
And for the first time.
And for the first time, for the food, we're finally bringing one of my dreams to life. But you'll just have to either get tickets or watch after to see what that food was. For the snacks. For the snacks.
Yeah.
It's gonna be delicious.
Oh, just,
Fun finger food.
Yeah, it's not like, because it's cool. I think sushi works, like, sometimes, but, like, maybe not, like, a full meal. Because people are kind of, like, more snacky than, like, hungry.
Yeah, we need it very finger eatable.
Finger friendly,
Yeah, finger
because
friendly.
of, like, the tight space, I think. But it's fine. It's really fun.
It didn't work out for us that one time with that guy with no fingers.
Oh, my gosh. And, so yeah, this time with this thing that Winnie is bragging about, it's also visually beautiful too, and aligns with like
Everyone's
like,
gonna love to eat it. When
Yeah.
you're eating it, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm eating this."
Oh my god, that's
Yeah,
such
that
a
show
good.
is officially sold out.
Which one?
The Paradise Live.
Which one?
Spring Equinox, the one coming out.
Oh, Spring Equinox was the last one.
No, the
Summer Solstice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What? How do you know this?
I was looking at it.
Yeah, they're sold out
I think so.
on Jump Com. Sick. Fuck.
We
Well,
might be sold out.
If they're sold out on Jump Comedy, then
That'd
we
be
are
crazy.
oversold because.
We'll have to figure something out.
Yeah. Well,
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
might be looking at a double night because honestly, yeah,
I mean, yeah, we could start
it's
doing-
basically already sold out. Yes.
Yeah, it probably
But
will
we-
be sold out by the time this episode comes out, actually.
Yeah. By the time this episode comes out, it could be past.
So
But
come,
regardless,
come
they
to
always
the
sell
next
out.
one.
They're really fun. Food, weed, and consumption space and live entertainment all included. Oh, and beverages.
It's a unique Toronto experience.
It's a unique
You're not
us
gonna get
experience.
anything like it.
But yeah, I'm really grateful to have that. So shout out Rob, who lets us rock here at the studio, and Benny, who's gonna make content. He made the Utah the Paradox Live. Are you hearing the scene?
Yeah, no, it's over there.
Bravo. That's like either working for an audition or. God, I love singing.
Get it.
In the comfort of your own home where you can belt and it
Oh.
doesn't matter because no one
He's just
can
cranking
see you.
it. You know, in the
Feels
car too,
so
you can do that.
good.
In
You
the
can do it
car.
in the car, but people can still see you in the car. Like safety of your own space
Yeah,
is
like,
great.
You never think someone's doing a podcast just right outside your place.
Exactly. Baby's gonna get that part. Stop. It'll make him self-conscious. It's not like the kid.
Hey. Sorry, it's sweet.
Okay, let's finish up.
All right. Good night. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. I guess Winnie is done here. This
We
has been
finished
great.
our joint.
God bless. This was a
Yeah.
great joint. I'm high AF.
Thanks everyone
This
for
guy's
watching.
about done. We're gonna enjoy this show.